You know, it's all about the choices you make in life. And during this pandemic, many of us are re-examining our life's choices and our life's paths. Are we doing enough? Are we doing the right thing? Well, joining us now is Pastor Brian Hawkins, who had an opportunity as a young man once incarcerated to change his path, became a pastor, and now is working for his community in the political arena. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you, and appreciate being on the show.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about that original incarceration and what put you in prison in the first place, and how you've kind of changed your life from that point forward.
Absolutely. You know, when I was younger, I grew up in in a rough area in Southeast San Diego. And, you know, growing up around a lot of individuals, you tend to pick up some bad habits. The day I was arrested, I was on my way going to work. I was working at the AMC Theater. You know, my girlfriend at the time was pregnant and, you know, trying to provide. And, you know, the car that I was in, it was stolen. You know, they listed it as not actually stealing the car, but just driving the car without the owner's consent. And I found myself, you know, behind bars, you know, doing a 32-month sentence.
That's absolutely a life-changing moment. And of course, it could have gone the other way. It could have been a lifetime of maybe poor choices. But in fact, you found faith, you found religion, and you changed your path with becoming a pastor. So tell us about that transition.
Absolutely. You know, I grew up in the church, so I wasn't a stranger to faith. My parents both, you know, raised me and my brothers and sisters in the church. While I was incarcerated, I ran into a lot of men in there that couldn't read, you know, wasn't, you know, great at, you know, communicating effectively. And I told myself, you know, this is an opportunity to really, you know, show society that there are people who deserve a second chance. My parents raised me to not make excuses for the choices that I've made, and I refuse to make excuses.
Well, that is such a powerful story of definitely redemption. Of course, it took you to make those choices, which are, you know, really is the crucial factor in turning a life around. And now, of course, you're helping your community and in the world of politics. And that, I think, seems to be another passion you found.
Absolutely. You know, with all that happened in 2020, and, you know, a lot of individuals, you know, feel like, you know, yelling and arguing. You know, I'd rather, you know, get a seat at the table and try to make a difference. I get to speak to all people, regardless if they believe in the God that I serve. You know, I want to reach humanity. I want to reach every person where they're at and be able to help lift them up. And so, yes, me running for city council allowed me to, you know, be a beacon of hope to those who are making bad choices. And I can go and say, hey, you know, you can do better than the decision that you're about to make or have made.
Well, Pastor, thank you so much for sharing your silver lining with us. I hope, in fact, it inspires others to make the good choices you did. Best of luck to you. Be well and stay safe.
Thank you, ma'am, and thank you for having me on.